Hello everyone, my name is Yang Yaru, and I'm the first lecturer of this lesson. Today we are going to learn something about Hainan Life in rhythm. This lesson has 3 parts. Part 1. The first station, Lingao fishing songs and Yazhou folk songs. In the last class, it was said that the puppy had found its own identity. So in this class, she planned to explore a broader world under the advice of her family. Now, let's play a game. Listen to 2 music songs. The music songs are numbered 1, 2, and the pictures are numbered A, B. Match them according to your first impressions. And the words below the picture describes the characteristics of the area in the picture. And now, let's listen to the first song. And now, let's listen to the second song. After listening, think for a while and match them. Match the pictures with the songs like 1A to B or 1B to A. I believe that all of you may have the answer. And the right answer is 1A and 2B. But why? Let's listen to the reasons. Well, after listening, we found that the most frequent phrase in the first song is Li Li Mei. So what is Li Li Mei? Li Li Mei is more officially called as Lingao fishing song. Lingao fishing song is a kind of Han Chinese folk song, which is spread among fishermen in Lingaoxian, Hainan province. In comparison, the second song is Yazhou folk song. Yazhou folk song is an Asian type of Hainan folk song. Yazhou folk songs are popular with the local people and are an important spiritual food for them, and have long been passed down from generation to generation by oral tradition. Next, I will go into more detail about these 2 places. First, I will tell you their geographical features. Lingao fishing song Li Li Mei is a symbol that annotates Lingao's culture. The cultural characteristics of Lingao are the synthesis of marine culture and harbor culture. In the Han Dynasty, fishermen from the mainland are moved into Lingaoxian to make a living by fishing, and the picture is about Lingaoxian. The fishermen used to live by the sea, and on a bright night in the moon, they would gather on the beach to sing competitively, and the songs of singing fishing songs at night would be sung one after another. When the fishermen go out to sea, the fishing songs also float on the sea. The fishing field and the village field are all competitive singing fields. And this picture is also about Lingao. And for Yazhou, originated and popularized in the ancient Yazhou territory. The first place is Mingling in Laura and Huangliu in Yazhou, and more ancient Yazhou territory is west of Sanya Yacheng, the Dong Coast, and so on. And next, I will tell you historical tales of fishing songs. Lingao fishing song also has a beautiful story. It is a poignant love story of life and death. A long time ago, a beautiful fairy lived in Lingaojiao, and she fell in love with a handsome young man in Lizhou Peninsula. But the two were separated by the sea and could not see each other, so they resolved to build a deck and weir, and their sincerity moved the turtles and sea birds to participate in the construction of the sea deck. Seeing the deck weir is about to finish, but unfortunately was found by the sea patrol of small demons. They led to the storm, destroyed the deck weir. The young men and women who do not want to be separated transformed into Denglou Jiao and Lingao Jiao. The two of them use the fishing song Li Li Mei to convey their love across the sea. Was such a pity. And also, Yazhou has its historical tales too. There is a difference between the language used to sing Yazhou folk songs and the common Hainan dialect. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, the war and famine along the coast of Fujian province were incessant, and people came to Hainan in groups to make a living by seaboat. Because the eastern region of Hainan can be reclaimed, westland is limited. As the immigrants on the island move along the southwest coastline to find opportunity to make a living, the same family of people formed to help each other's settlements. For example, villages named after their family names were formed at the foot of the mountain slopes. When these people sing together, they use their native Minnan dialect. At the same time, the language was influenced by the local dialect and gradually evolved into some very distinctive local dialects. And now, let's watch a video about Lingao fishing song. During watching, think about the form of singing. The forms of singing are sung solo and in pair. And now, let's start the cultural implications of fishing songs. Love is the internal theme of Li Li Mei. Li Li Mei has served as a form for the fishermen of Lingao to enjoy life and exchange ideas and emotions. Its unique and brilliant artistic value and humanistic glory is that it comes from life, and it expresses and serves people's life and emotional needs. It reflects the unique way of life, expression, and communication desire of the fishermen. And for cultural implications for folk songs, it is a great way to express your feelings and chant beautiful folk songs. The subject matter is broad, ranging from human history and natural scenery to production and social life, and almost every field is covered. Its special part is Yazhou folk songs also have obvious traces of Buddhism. The Tang Dynasty brought Buddhism into Hainan, in the ancient Yazhou, now Sanya city, to establish a large cloud temple. One type of Yazhou folk song comes from Buddhist music, when there is some relationship with the chanting in the temple. Next, we are going to learn something about contemporary development. The fishing song of Lingao has a distinctive local cultural color. It is not only a typical representative of Han Chinese folk song in Hainan province, but also the most artistic and charming premier fishing song in China. It was selected as the third batch of National Intangible Cultural Heritage in China in 2011. And the artistic charm of Lingao fishing song Li Li Mei has made a great contribution to modern music. Music educator Yang Yuyan also made the My Lake Beauty into a junior high school music textbook. Hollywood famous filmmakers in Hainan province learned how to sing the fishing song Li Li Mei, admiring the beauty of the local characteristics contained in it. And this is a group photo of them. For folk songs, we can know its contemporary development by watching videos.
Nó qua độ cả thầu chẳng nó bò đảng dùng chia bánh in bò đảng trẻ chi Su niang kỳ sinh suối mùi vua ra lều nhiều làng kín tôi vua yêu yêu na kia kia vua là vua lao sông ngã bỏ chiều đang thui ở của
Hello everyone, this is Zhang Shunke. Let's move on to the second part of the Hainan Rhythm Live Tour and hear what happens. We will hear ethnic songs and danzhou tunes in this part. Oh, the puppet has just heard songs from the mountains and the sea. They seem a little different. The songs from the mountains and the sea have their own characteristics. Then we will go to the new places with puppet. Here we will listen to the songs and see what the original places of these songs look like. We will listen to the stories in these songs together. Later, please guess the content of the songs. We will also hear the development of this traditional music in modern times. Let's start. First of all, we will hear the traditional folk songs of Hainan Li ethnic group.
Có cụt ăn bơ tơ khang say nghiêng say nghiêng đi tây và ta khang
Then we heard the traditional folk song of the Hainan Miao ethnic group.
Xuân thao niu vây si ti sáng đó u đi tung tung vây sáng lo thiên.
Let's guess what their living environment is like. Oh, these people who sing these two kinds of songs live near the mountain. Then why are not their songs exactly the same? The first pictures on the previous page is the birthplace of Li ethnic group songs. This kind of music has a long history and produced and transmitted in the Li living areas of Hainan Island, with the most representative ones in Qiongzhong, Li, and Miao Autonomous Country and the surrounding areas. which are located in the hinterland of the Wuzhishan Mountains. Miao folk songs in Hainan are mainly produced and passed down in the certain part of Hainan, where around the Wuzhishan Mountains too. But they're from different ethnic minorities. Although they are living near the mountain, the houses they live in are different. Their cultural and song content are also different. The pictures on the left is a modern Li village. The puppet saw that these people lived in the mountains, so the music would be about the flowers and plants of the mountains. People here will sing and dance at the same time. There is a song that tells the reality of the life of the Li people long ago. One of the famous songs called "The Song About Daily Life" sings about the daily life of the ancestors of Li people, such as growing rice in the mountains, making wine, and building houses. The Li peoples are very fond of expressing their feelings by drinking and singing at the same time. When a young man and a young woman drink concentrated wine, they have a special meaning of life. If there are conflict between friends, one is a master the process of reconciliation, and after drinking a bowl of wine, old problems and new ones can be resolved. There are more than 300 kinds of Li folk songs, such as work songs, love songs, current affair songs, life songs, and story songs. Different from Li ethnic group, these people moved to this island from other places. Their songs also tell stories. Everyone from the Miao ethnic group used to be natural singers. In the past, they liked singing walking songs while they were walking, and they would forget their hard work and troubles when they sang the cheerful tune. Hainan Miao folk songs mainly including narrative songs, ritual songs, and love songs. On the basis of traditional music, Li folk songs have also developed in modern times. This is a combination of modern rap and Li folk songs. Let's listen together. They are all interesting, right? If you were given the opportunity to compose a piece of music with elements of Li folk songs, what would you express in it? I may come to expressing interesting things with my friends. For them, the meaning of life can be expressed in music. It also shows the local people's love of life. Hope that the love of life in this music can bring some beautiful touches to our lives. The pursuit of a better life, full of hope and expectation for life, is a constant theme in this art. It turns out that the Li people living in Hainan and Miao people are gradually migrating to Hainan. After walking some more, the little puppet listened to many different languages and tunes. He heard another tune that was different from any of the songs he had heard before. The people singing told him that it was a song from 2,000 years ago. In the Western Han Dynasty, the hard-working people lived on these pieces of land called Danzhou. They spoke Danzhou language, plowed fields, ate wines and fish, and sang Danzhou mountain songs. Over time, it slowly arose a new type of song with bright rhythm and neat rhyme, which is the tune sung immediately. The content of the tune sung mostly to express the mood of life, slowly developed into a love song sung by young men and women in pairs, which is also the main form of long-term development later called love songs. Ancient writers and modern musicians have a good evaluation of Danzhou tunes. We just said the love songs are the important part of Danzhou tunes. Let's continue with old story. Many years ago, Danzhou young men and women after a certain age no longer live in these homes, but together in collective housing or private housing. At night, the young man from the village or outside the village would go looking for the right girls. Of course, the door of the girls' room is not so easy to open, so it is necessary to take something. The young man cannot knock on the door, so what to do? Sing. In this way, the young man will hold hands and turn up the song. The girls like to listen to songs, hear the beautiful singing outside the house. Naturally, also back to the song duet up. When the sound of love song hit the girl's door, they will open the door and her hearts. In this way, the young man will be able to enter, looking for the desired person to chat. And what is the Asian and modern Danzhou tune like? Let's listen. They are also very interesting, right? If you were given a chance to learn about folk music, which one would you choose and why? For me, I will choose Li folk songs. I want to use music to record my feelings that I cannot be expressed in words in my life. The pursuit of love and beauty is also the theme that cannot be ignored in music. It is also a great thing to let the love and beauty in this music remain in our lives. Please remember this wonderful ancient England.
Hi, I'm Li Lanyi. Now we come to the third station, Sanya, and let's see what will happen to the puppet. The puppet happens to see a group of people dancing in the square, and some locals tell her that it is called bamboo dance. Now let's watch the video and think about the following questions. What's the main emotion of it? And what's the most obvious characteristic of it? After watching the video, we can conclude that the dance rhythm is strong and powerful. The movements are simple and crude. The overall feeling is vivid and artistic. You might have different answer from mine, but it doesn't matter because we might think about the question from different perspective. Now I will give you some details of the dance. Now let's watch the picture and we can find different type of wood. The first one is longer. They are about 4 to 5 meters in length, 10 centimeters in diameter. They are used for breaking the shorter one from breaking. The second kind of wood is shorter. They are 3 meters in length and 6 centimeters in diameter. They are used for making beautiful sound. Now let's see the geographical characteristic of Yazhou. Yazhou is the name of Sanya in the past. It is located in the tropics and the most southern part of China. We can see it in the first map. And we can see from the second picture that the Yazhou is surrounded by mountains and trees. So there must be some dangerous animals and mosquitoes. And the weather is usually hot and wet, so it is always dangerous to live. After knowing so many details of Yazhou and the bamboo dance, you can guess what's the main purpose of it. Now I will give you the right answer. It is originated from the funeral activities of the Li people in Yazhou. You might be surprised, but it's true because it is used to protect the dead, drive away wild animals, suppress shock, and worship ancestors. After knowing so many things about bamboo dance, let's see the value of it. The first one is history. As it reports so many details of Li people in the past, it is especially vital for historical research. What's more, as a form of art, the bamboo dance is also very important for dancing research in Hainan. What's more, it has become a kind of competition among Li and Miao people. They will hold bamboo dance competition in their traditional festival. The last one is fitness. Some schools in Hainan, such as elementary schools and middle schools, will use the dance as a kind of sport. The picture on the right shows some students are perform bamboo dance in their playground. Now the bamboo dance has developed a lot. Let's see the musical drama called 槟榔古韵 and guess what adaptation it has made. After watching the video, we can find the bamboo dance has mixed the traditional clothes, costume, music, and natural environment of Hainan. So it is especially popular among visitors. The dance has a great influence in the world. In 1987, when it participated in the Minority Arts Festival in Beijing, it was honored as the Flower of Art in Wuzhishan. Wuzhishan is the most famous mountain in Hainan. When it was performed in Romania, Pakistan, Japan, and other countries, it was prized as the world's rare aerobics. The picture shows over 1,500 students and teachers perform bamboo dance in Hainan. The picture shows over 1,500 students and teachers perform bamboo dance in Hainan. After knowing various kinds of art forms in Hainan, the puppet feels so glad because she gets to know more about herself. She can't help sharing all her experience with her family. Now, I have some questions for you guys. Is there any typical folk song or dance in your region? What's the original feature behind the folk songs or dances? Do they have any characteristic that is closely related to the local geographical environment? We can talk about these questions next class. If you want to know more about the steering section, feel free to scan the QR code. After scanning the QR code, you can get a map with some text. Click the text and you can get some pictures and video materials about the section. This is the end of the class. See you next time. Bye.